Well, not anymore.
Antiques don't have to cost a fortune. In fact, you can always find something to fit everybody's budget.
We're going to blow the dust off antiques and bring them kicking and screaming into the 21st century.
Oh, yes.
I'm Kathryn Rayward, a vintage dealer and interior designer.
It's perfect.
Oh,
It was perfect.
If you want to bring individuality to your home, learn a craft or find out how you can make money from a hobby, then Cracking Antiques is for you. Rebecca Prince from Essex dreams of a romantic French boudoir. The look is in demand today with copies like these widely available. Reproduction chaise longue, armoires and chandeliers ooze the romance of the originals. Rebecca isn't sure whether to buy antiques or take the simpler option of buying replica pieces from the high street. So to start, we've given her room the look she wants using only high street versions. It's the style she's after, but can she afford it?
OK, into a French boudoir. First impressions?
I like it, it's awesome. Yeah, it's like a hotel room.
The pieces that we've put in here are very high quality. We haven't had to traipse around 14 French flea markets to get it all, have we? Yeah. You could buy this online. You could sit at home one evening and order it all. So, I mean, there are a lot of benefits to buying something like this.
My total budget is £3 grand. So tell me, what would the cost of this room as it is be total?
Well, a little over £8,000. And amazingly, the things that are the most antique-looking and the most distressed are the most expensive things. For the bed or the console over there.
See, those two pieces I really like. But obviously, they're the most expensive, so I
More affordable.
As the world of antiques awaits Rebecca, we can send all of this reproduction furniture back and get cracking on our search for all things Rococo. Rebecca wants a king-size bed, which could put a big dent in her £3 grand budget, so that's where we're starting. At this no-frills place on the south coast that specialises in sourcing and importing reasonably priced antiques from France.
Oh, brilliant!
Some likely candidates here?
Oh, we're in bed heaven.
Buying an antique bed needn't cost thousands, but remember the price normally only covers the head and footboard. Factor in extra costs for the slats to create the base, a mattress, any reupholstering, renovation and delivery costs. Sizing is also not standardised like the high street. Antique king-size beds are few and far between, and French doubles often come up narrower than ours, so always take a tape measure.
Some people go gaga over the vintage fabric, and normally you pay extra for ones that have got the original fabric on.
Yes. I love it. If it was brand new, I'd have no question. But because I'm thinking, who's been on it? It's like whilst I love the history, but I also think there's like bugs and there's fluids and there's just people's bodies.
Shame, because at 250 quid, that was a good buy. Perhaps we'll have more luck with this 1940s king size at just under £400.
Why is this one more expensive than the other beds we've looked at originally?
Because it's a king size and they are so, so hard to find. And for an extra £95, we can have it reupholstered, so it would be absolutely bug-free.
I was just thinking that.
And by the time it was done, it would be worth more money and it will become a Rebecca family heirloom. What'll happen is a dealer like me would come and buy one of these. I'd take it back, I'd reupholster it, I'd wax it, I would gild it, and then I would sell that probably for £2,500.
Well, I'm pretty much known for being a spontaneous purchaser where I just buy the first thing, so I'd probably go and have a look and then come back and see.
That's not spontaneous.
That's what I mean, that's why. That's what I'm trying not to do.
I think she loves the idea of buying antique and vintage, but she can't get over that hurdle in her head that somebody's had it before and it's a bit skanky and second-hand. Rebecca, are you going to buy the bed?
Yes, yes, I think it's good.
Excellent. Well done.
So Rebecca finally parts with her cash, £560 in total for the frame, slats, fabric and re-upholstering. It'll be ready in just over a week, a fraction of the time she would have waited for a new bed to be made and delivered. And trust me, this is going to look beautiful when it's done up. No boudoir is complete without a chandelier, but in the shops they can cost a fortune. So we've brought Rebecca to an antiques fair to see if we can bag a bargain.
That's a lot for a light.
If we were going to buy a chandelier on the high street, this big and this pretty, you're probably looking at double that.
I would have thought
Anyway.
so.
So I'm looking at this one,
Yeah.
and this is £100 cheaper, and I
Yes.
can't actually see.
No, but there's
Oh, this has
hardly
just got
any,
more glitz. It's just
any-
more glass.
It's the sparkle factor.
Yeah, exactly.
This is 200%. That's
Yeah.
at least half.
Yeah. Rebecca haggles the price down to £220. Not bad for all this antique sparkle, but you do need an electrician to fit a chandelier, so factor in an extra 50 quid or so. You need to be quick off the mark at fairs because the best stuff often gets snapped up by dealers and interior designers. And once it's sold, it's gone for good.
But
Oh
not so happy. Oh, now they're fun. I think I know what you spotted. Rebecca.
Oh, wow.
They look fab, don't they? I love them.
Look at them. They're so over the top. They're
That
just
is me.
fantastic.
I am known for being over the top.
But they've
so it
got,
is
they're
me.
like antique bling. No one else in the whole of Essex is going to have a pair of candlesticks. They're not, though, are they?
No.
Yeah. They are the most beautiful candlesticks I've seen in a long time, and they're going to make your room.
Super. Thank you.
Fairs are also a great place to pick up cheap, dated things for a few pounds. Standard lamps are big on the high street right now, but they can be expensive to buy new, so I'm on the lookout for an old one with potential. I can do you the most fantastic bespoke shade ever, and I might, depends on how creative you're going to let me be, but I've got a few ideas for something exciting we could do to the base as well.
How much is this?
45.
Will you take this?
No, we can go up if you like. No, the wrong
How
way.
about 35?
No, 40.
How about meet you in the middle? 37?
How's that in the middle?
My maths is really
37.
bad. 36?
If you're a fella, it'd be no, but I suppose so, yeah. Okay.
Now, this tired old lamp may be vintage, but it's certainly not going to set her room alight looking like this. I'm going to prove there's life in this baby yet. This is going to be a completely over-the-top, glamorous Rococo lamp. This is going to be messy, so it's a good idea to do it outdoors. Give the lamp a good clean, then sand it down before spray painting. This came from an art shop and it was a £5, but you can also get it in the big DIY shops. If it's a solid block matte colour, it's going to look much more contemporary. To make sure this old thing looks modern, I've chosen shocking pink, but if that's not your style, these sprays come in every colour under the sun.
Voila! I think it looks blinking marvellous. Look at that, what a good colour.
I need to let it dry and do 2 more coats, but in the meantime, I can get to work on the shade. And of course, as we all know, no self-respecting boudoir should be without a feather trim.
These are an interior designer's best friends. This is feather, ready-made. You buy it by the metre. It comes in loads of different colours. I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. All we're going to do is literally glue it onto this. It's so simple and quick and pretty cheap too. It's about £14 a metre.
Starting at the bottom, each strip of feathers needs to be glued on and pinned in place to create layers until the shade is completely covered. Use clothes pegs to keep the top in place until all the glue is dry.
Okay, so let's put on the top of the lampshade. Put that into place. There you go. It was quite a smelly old, horrible lamp, and now it is absolutely one of the most gorgeous standard lamps I think I've possibly ever seen.
Rebecca originally paid £37 for the lamp and it cost £87 for the materials, making a total of £124. This similar lamp from the high street cost £230. Rebecca's Rococo bedroom is coming together nicely, but she still needs some key items of furniture to create a proper boudoir. So we've come to a shop filled to the rafters with beautiful feminine French antiques, many of them painted, distressed or reupholstered. A shop like this is selling a lifestyle, so you can pay a premium for this type of look, but will Rebecca buy into it?
I kind of like the character of it because it's old, but I don't like where it goes right back to the wood because it's almost too battered. So whilst I can accept some, what would we do with this?
I mean, I personally wouldn't touch it again because I think actually these bits are the beautiful bits. I would say put it in the room and live with it, and if it really bugs you, then do something about it, but just try it as it is.
It would bug me, I tell you now.
It would
Right.
bug
I don't
me.
like nails sticking out, almost like you're putting these beautiful things on it and it looks like even if you just did the top, if the top was maybe sanded back and made, then I could accept this bit being battered.
Yeah.
Because that's part of its character,
Yeah.
but I think that's too...
When we first met Rebecca, her bedroom was cluttered, characterless and charmless. We showed her what her dream room could look like if she bought everything new and money was no object. This would have set her back just over £8,000, way over her £3,000 budget.
But with our help, Rebecca spent just £2,554 for all the antiques and vintage furniture that make up this stunning French boudoir bedroom.
Rebecca wanted the dressing table top to look less distressed, so this has been sanded back, filled and colour matched. And I still stand by what I said, that no one anywhere will be able to boast candlesticks as spectacular as these.
You can use things from the past and put them into really contemporary interiors, and actually the mixing and matching of styles and eras creates something completely extraordinary and wonderful.
Rebecca's biggest gamble was buying a bed that originally looked like this. But look at it now, restuffed, reupholstered and reinvented. It's all about seeing the potential.